All the dice. It's like we're doing that like challenge where everyone stands still.
Oh, the mannequin thing?
Yeah, from a long time ago.
Everywhere you look.
Oh, you're rude.
Everywhere you look. Like,
You have been doing a lot, and I think that's just because we've been expanding rapidly all of a sudden.
so much.
Like, we decided to go for Q, and then, like, I think it was like the next day, Steph was like, why don't we carry Chessex? And you were like, let's get Chessex. And it just turned into a big snowball. So, like, the last couple weeks have been a little hectic, but once we get everything
Yeah,
set
and then
up-
also, so we launched a website, and we launched our, that's why we launched our website. Yeah, this is like what I was thinking we should talk about. So yeah, so I'll just go into the story, I guess, right? That's a genuine segue. I mentioned that there was a company that was stealing Luke's rings, which I'm going to just point over here, even though there's nothing here anymore. Here's what we did in response to him stealing them. So I already said that we wanted to do a higher quality and lower price, and we're going to beat him in the market. And I think we did. But we also, or at least I, well, and Luke, we sent out like cease and desist and like, hey, these are our models, they're non-commercial, like please take them down, please use. We suggested other rings that people could use that were freely available and didn't have a commercial license on them. But most places were basically compliant. Just took down the rings, apologized, didn't do it. Cool. One company named did not take that tact. He said, no, because I made these. I made these rings. I own them, I made them. To believe that, you have to believe that he just coincidentally came up with all these condition rings with the same text and the same orientation, all 50 of them, and they happen to look identical. Identical. Same font, same size, same orientation. It's identical. Oh, and he happened to do it, happened to invent them just mere months after Luke put up his. Oh, what a coincidence. Great minds think alike. Yeah, okay. That's nonsense. That's absolutely nonsense. He knows it's nonsense. And the part that's frustrating for me is like, to believe that, like, I would have to be an idiot. A week later, he modified his pictures a little bit, and he modified one of the rings, and he added a new ring that was a text that, like, Luke didn't have. And he said, like, look, see, these two rings are different. Oh. So for us to believe that and go, oh, yeah, there's a different one. He thinks that we're idiots. Like, that's the thing that's most frustrating for me. He assumes we're a bunch of morons. We're not idiots. You think you're so smart. The dude thinks he is so smart and clever.
I am smart. Este Marty.
You're not that clever, dude. You're not that smart. It's obvious. And you doing that shows such contempt for our intelligence that it's insulting. It's like patronizing and insulting. If he really thought he owned it, he would try to show evidence. He's like, look, here's like me designing it. Here's like a bunch of prototypes I did. Here's like all the work I put in to make these. If he really made them and it was a huge coincidence. No, it was none of that. God damn it. It's just like, what a freaking... Wow, that's some pretty heavy stuff, Mike. Time for a commercial break. Today's sponsor is us at Viridian. We always have made 3D printed rings, but don't get these 3D printed rings anymore. Get our new and improved, hold on, injection molded rings. They're even better. There's stuff in my pocket. Oh, that's, okay. Look at these rings. They're high definition and super sharp. And the text is like really clean and they're really durable. And now they're available for pre-order and possibly sale depending on when you see this. So pick up a new set for your D&D table.
Was the orc stunned? Did the wizard cast invisibility? When combat gets hectic, don't get weighed down. Viridian condition rings are the perfect D&D accessory, featuring 360-degree text, bright colors, and 45 unique conditions. Order now at rings.viridiangaming.com.
Back to you, Mike and/or Shane. So what we did was when we realized like he was going to pretend like he made them, he was going to lie and like modify his pictures and be basically, I think, a piece of shit. We sent DMCA takedown requests on Etsy, Facebook, like all those organizations. Now I think we were operating in good faith, and honestly, we believed he was stealing our stuff. We said we publish models, he's using them outside of how we said you should use them. We think that's grounds for DMCA takedown. And he denied it. He said, nope, I made these. He counterclaimed. And then at that point, Etsy, Facebook, all these companies say, okay, well, you got to sue him. That's the only next step. You got to sue him. So I talked to a lawyer, and he's like, oh, yeah, this shouldn't be a problem. I think you could probably even, you know, my opinion is you have something worth defending. You have something you could defend here if you wanted to. And you could go after him. So I ultimately decided, like, well, we're already kind of winning in the market. We don't need to do this. So yeah, is he still making some money off our models? Yes, but it's probably not worth it to get a lawyer involved. So I dropped it. Yeah, and I thought it was done. It was annoying, but I thought it was done. So this was like between like December 2019 through till like maybe spring of 2020, right? Roll forward to Black Friday of 2020, right? So that like Thanksgiving, Black Friday,
It was literally,
Cyber
I
Monday.
think, the night before Thanksgiving.
The night before Thanksgiving, a copyright claim gets put in against our rings by
Bogus.
saying, oh, these are my property. These guys stole it from me and take it down on Etsy, which was our only platform at that time. On our rings, which was our best-selling product. The day before Thanksgiving, 2 days before Black Friday, 4 days before Cyber Monday, the busiest shopping week of the year. That was really frustrating. We definitely lost a lot of sales, but more than the sales, like, money is one thing, but it put a huge burden on my guys here, who had to do a bunch of extra work to like talk to confused customers. And then that's the part that's really upsetting. It confused a ton of customers. There were messages coming in like, hey, I really wanted to get your rings as a gift. Like, where are they? Other customers like, hey, so I placed an order, but like now the product's gone. And like, am I still going to get the order? Like, hey, how do I get this thing? Like dozens, is that fair? Dozens of messages?
Yeah.
Dozens of messages of customers that were confused, upset, weren't sure what was going on. All these people were impacted. So what happened? Well, this guy spent the whole year ruminating on getting back at us, angry at us. And he remembers like, well, those DMCA takedowns really hurt me. And there was no follow-up. You could just do it to anybody. So he goes, well, I'll do it to them. And he didn't just do it to us immediately. He planned. He sat there thinking, like, well, what if we're gonna do it? When's the time to screw him the worst?
Look at up there, just plotting, picking their moment.
So, Bill, we attack tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow.
I mean it this time.
I do too.
Black Friday, Thanksgiving. So ours were put in, I don't know when, some day we decided to do it. Because like ours were good faith. We legitimately thought he was stealing our models and he shouldn't get away with that. His was financial sabotage. His was vengeance and revenge.
As the person who got Mike's initial barrage of messages about what the fuck is happening, like panicking, I had just driven down to see my family for Thanksgiving. Like I wasn't even home. And he's like freaking out. He's like, we can't sell the rings. He's like screaming about I have no idea what's happening. Like he's in like full on panic mode. And I'm like, finally when I caught up to everything, I was just like, man, that's just like a dick thing to do.
In bird culture, this is considered a dick move.
All moves are dick moves.
I just can't imagine being that vengeful.
While it was all happening, I was thinking like, you know, I could do like him and like plan some kind of like revenge, get angry, but that doesn't help us. And him doing that didn't help him. He didn't sell any extra condition rings because he did that. He didn't help his business at all. And that's what I think it's about. Helping customers, helping business, like offering value, thinking out your strategy so it makes sense long term. And so what I did that week, I looked at expanding this place. I looked at improvements I can make to the business. Oh, and the biggest thing, it got me off my ass to launch our website because we needed a place to sell the rings. The website went up that week because I was like, it's getting done. I'm putting all my effort in. I'm building a website. And the website's done really well. So what did I do? I used it as inspiration to like, let's improve the business. Let's do this thing that we've been wanting to do for a while. I learned 2 lessons there. One is focus on adding value, making your business better. That's the way to make your business better. You're not going to make your business better by attacking another business. And the other part of it is that I learned, if I hadn't done those DMCA takedowns, as, you know, they might have been ethically right. They might have been morally right. I might have been right. But it did us no good. I think the lesson I learned was don't punch unless you have to. Unless you really need to, unless it's important. I already said that we beat him in price and quality. Why did I need to do these extra punches? All it did was when he punched back, we had a lot more to lose because our product was better. So when he punched back, it hurt. Whereas our punching probably did very little other than get in his head. But and the other part is, don't let it get in your head because you're going to spend all your time thinking about that and none of your time thinking about like, how do I offer better products? How do I offer better service? How do I beat these like incoming competitors? He didn't spend any time doing that. Well, maybe he did, but like, seems to me that he spent a whole lot of his time thinking about how do I get revenge? Which, you did it, man. You impacted our bottom line for that week. Cool.
Cool.
Uh-oh. I know a real cool when I hear one. That wasn't a real cool.
I think it also, in the long run, has been a net positive since it really did force you to sit down and say, okay, I'm going to build the website tonight. And, like, it may have not been perfect or beautiful, but, like, it was functional and it was a way to get our customers what they needed, which ultimately is the important part of it. And it's grown so much since then. So it's almost like, in, like, a sick, twisted way, he did us a favor by getting you motivated to get on that project.
Yeah, that's and this is good advice for anyone that's like, man, I'm really going to start my business as soon as I get my product like really like straightened out and everything's really perfect. Everything perfect. That's what people say all the time. I'm going to do it as soon as I get this or that or this new machine or oh geez. Don't do that. Just start the thing. Just start selling. Just get it out there. Doesn't have to be perfect. Like our rings, our first rings, were like a fraction as good as the rings we sell now. Just start. If you are thinking about doing a thing, just do that thing. Just do it.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true!
For starting my video game stores, I just went on like Etsy and Craigslist and started buying video game stuff. I didn't have property rented. I was just like, I know I'm going to need video games. I'm doing this. Let me start doing it. It's the entrepreneur gene or bug. Just do it. Just start do it. As you start doing it, you're going to get more like, okay, this isn't just like a pipe dream. I'm doing this. No, I've already spent money on it. I'm doing it. It's happening. I'm doing it. It's happening. And just keep following that. There you go.
Just do it!
Mike doesn't want to be underdog.
This is gross.
Mike wants to be the best.
I do want to be the best.
The best there ever was.
Okay, well, I see where you're going. We just stay at the best. I don't want to win on a song. Not
Not a a nostalgic song. It's gonna be stuck
You're
in
my
head all-
best friend.
It's gonna be stuck in my head all night now. Why did I do that?
Do it!